Miss Monkey's Masquerade. Miss Carmen Monkey loved to pretend. She loved to pretend to be a cat or a princess or a fairy. It was so fun to imagine that. Carmen Monkey could pretend to be the queen of a faraway place, a throne of her own and lots of room in the castle to play. She could pretend to be happy even if she was sad, or pretend to be sad but really was glad. One day Carmen wanted to draw. She pretended her canvas was the living room wall. Then Mommy came in, and she did not look glad. She said whoever wrote on this wall did something very bad. Carmen was afraid to tell. Tears in her eyes began to swell. Carmen didn't want Mommy to be mad. She wanted her to be glad. Carmen thought her picture was special. She wondered, should she tell that she wrote on that wall? As she lay there in her bed that night, Carmen thought about what's wrong and what's right. She could pretend she didn't do it, but then Shy might get blamed, and that was wrong, and she knew it. Carmen dreamed that Mama Monkey came. Carmen told Mama, "I am afraid Mommy will be so mad." Mama said, "She may be upset, but she'll love you and forgive you no matter what." Shy came and said, "Carmen, wake up." Carmen told Shy what she did and how she was afraid. Shy said, "You can tell Mommy, she'll love you anyway." Shy told Carmen that Mommy might be upset, but the love that she had for them made her forgive and forget. Shy said, "You have to tell the truth. You never lie to Mommy," and this Carmen knew. Carmen went to Mommy to tell her the truth. "I wrote on the wall, it was me, it's true. I'm glad you told me because I already knew. I was waiting to hear it from you." Mommy hugged Carmen and said, "I forgive you, but when you do wrong, you must make it right." So Mommy gave Carmen a hug and squeezed her tight, then got some soap in a bucket, and Mommy told Carmen, "You drew it, so you have to clean it." Carmen scrubbed and scrubbed until her arms were sore, but she didn't feel so ashamed anymore. Then Mommy brought a box and gave it to her. It was full of crayons and lots of paper. Mommy said, "You may draw anything you like. Yes, you may draw as long as you put it on paper and not on the wall." Carmen Monkey knew it was okay to pretend. Fairy tales were wonderful. She loved how they would always end. Books were full of lots of imagining. She could pretend to be a fine lady, dress up pretty or quite silly. This was fun and didn't hurt anybody. Carmen could masquerade as a fairy princess. She could put on a show for her family and friends and of magical things in faraway places. These were okay. Look at their smiling faces. Carmen liked to imagine she was a queen. She'd rule her kingdom but never be mean. She'd put money in the pockets of the poor and not let anyone go hungry anymore. She could take her favorite doll on a pretend shopping spree. She'd be the best pretend mom she could be. There's one thing there was no pretending about. That is the love of her family day in and day out. She knew that they loved her. She had no doubt. They'd always love her and be there to help her out. The end.